Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. As some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag Today. I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Undefeated. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Redline was really high on that good old booze. So, let's see how it turns out in this episode, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. All right, Red, this is just one of Drayden's medicine balls, painted green. Where else was I supposed to get a watermelon down here? What the hell is wrong with you? It looked like fun! The crowd just sort of dissipates, some of them laughing, some of them seemingly disappointed that there was no watermelon. Bucky hands Bruce the towel to wipe the paint off. Did Drayden give you permission to paint his equipment? Redline just laughs harder and tries to wink, closing both eyes separately before scooping the medicine ball up. It'll be our little secret. You guys up for some volleyball with this thing? Sure, I'll spike it into your face. You want to join that other guy with Drayden? Even more stickers from the inn as he scampers back up to the rest of the party. The three of us follow behind. Bruce lets out a laugh. Ha! I was really looking forward to that melon. Can't you just go up topside and get on one of your days off? Probably got plenty of vacation days from beating my ass. The dino stops in his tracks, silent for a moment. He starts to say something, then Bucky chimes in. Oh yeah, you boys got your fight coming up. You nervous? I don't know how to answer that, obviously. Obviously, it feels weird to admit that when Bruce is standing right here. Bruce is also silent, now walking closer behind us. He inhales like he's about to say something, but ultimately breathes out, defeated. Geez, that nervous, huh? Makes sense that a big lug like you would be scared of my pride and joy. Bruce lets out a quiet sigh as we reach the top of the ramp up to where the rest of the partygoers are. Yeah. The party goes on for a bit, the music getting louder the later the night goes on. Someone dims the lights, the sky? It turns to nighttime eventually. The people are still raring to go. Even Ryan looks like he's having a nice time. Redline managed to convince people, Bruce included, to play Spin the Bottle. Well, his modified version of it. Whoever the bottle lands on has to play Truth or Punch, where you have to tell a truth or get punched in the gut. Most of the guys picked Punch on the first turn, then Truth after. Once they got a hard question, they just went back to punching each other. Seems alcohol really gets these guys fired up. Drayden finally returns with the volleyball victim. The poor guy's muzzle had to get bandaged up before he can get back to jamming out with his buds. He and Bucky actually just wandered off to go for a little walk on the beach. I find it hard to drown out the pounding of the music, even if my party anxiety is boiled down to a simmer. Staring out into the ocean helps me calm down. I wish I came out here more often. It's probably the closest I'll get to a beach vacation at this rate. Hey. Bruce appears from the side about 6 or 7 feet away. His back against the wall, lining this patio, looking out over the beach. Hey. He responds in silence. A breath inhales, then a pause, and a slow exhale. Enjoying the party? I can barely hear him under all the music. Not really my thing. Bruce grunts under his breath and sips a bit from his cup. When's the next weigh-in? Don't need one. Don't need one? Nah. Any particular reason? They don't tell me everything. You know as much as I do. When were they planning on telling me? Again, no clue. All Ted told me is that they won't need any more pictures. They took enough pics and videos of our fights to get whatever marketing bullshit they need, so we don't need to do the weigh-ins anymore. Oh. Sorry. He grumbles. Don't gotta apologize to me. Never liked going to those fucking things anyway. Bruce turns his head to a cluster of people. At least Red is enjoying himself. He does that a lot. Yeah, he talks a lot, too. You don't gotta remind me. I manages to get a chuckle from Bruce. Yeah, he talks a lot about his friends. Says a lot of nice stuff about you, too. And I bet he'd be nice to you even if you were as mean as you think you are. So, you know. Maybe you can chill the fuck out, yeah? Okay. Our eyes meet for a split second, then he turns away. Why are you telling me all this? Looks like, water time. Alright. I don't know, you seemed pretty worried about it a while back, after the haircut and all. After the haircut? The trim? I remember getting really high from the meds and someone carried me to my room, but that... Wait. What are you... Attention, everybody! It's Ryan's birthday! The music dims down as everyone turns to Redline. Ryan is laughing uncomfortably as people start to cheer and wish him a happy birthday. Haha, dude! It's not my birthday, you're drunk! No, you're fucking hammered, dude! They start to stammer about who's more drunk. Bruce and I wander up to the crowd. if only to observe Red being a giggling mess. Alright, everyone shut up. It's not my birthday. He yells the words with some deadly serious conviction, but goes back to smiling after. A chill creeps up my spine. Easy, dude. If it's not your birthday, then why are we celebrating? The lizard sort of scowls and chugs his cup while Redline rambles. Because I know you didn't quit. The hell are you talking about? A big grin spreads across Redline's face. Come on, you know I get around. I know that you got fired. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck me. That is not something you say. Ugh. The crowd's rambles drop to a whisper, all eyes on the hyena. You got fired! Because you're so mean, and you beat everyone up in the gym. But I didn't think you're mean. You're a lizard, man. You got that tough skin. Or you're some kind of snake. Either way, it's a fun party. Are you going to celebrate when you leave? Or you get some stupid, shitty job where everyone forgets who you are? Your friends are all down here living their dream, and your family doesn't want anything to do with you. What the hell is someone like you supposed to do? Holy fuck, Redline, you cannot fucking say that! Oh my god, he's gonna kill you! Maybe you can start your own gym and have them all beat each other too. Ow. Crunch. Ryan's fist crashes into Redline's muzzle, forcing him backward as everyone around springs into action. A dozen or two drunk, angry men try to engage. Whether it's to defuse or swing on instinct, someone catches Redline and Bruce immediately charges into the fray. The dino grabs Ryan, pulling him to a chokehold and holding him away from Redline. Everyone shut the fuck up! Whatever yelling, moving, fighting had broken out stops instantly. Bruce's booming voice silenced the crowd, save for one thing. Redline propped up in someone's arms, giggling like a hyena. Ryan tries to struggle, swinging at Bruce's arms, but I can tell his chokehold is firm. Lizard starts to resist less and less as seconds pass. I'm cool! I'm ugh! He taps out, desperately slapping against Bruce's bicep to signify he's submitted. Bruce doesn't budge, dragging Ryan off to one side behind the crowd. Everyone else starts to mull around, the crowd dissipating. What the hell's going on? Bucky charges in, first to the giggling Redline, then over to Bruce and Ryan. I can hear him shouting something, drowned out by the music. Exhausted Drayden comes jogging up shortly after, and he is considerably out of breath. The doctor immediately rushes to Redline, who gets passed off into Drayden's arms. Ugh. Xander, can you give me a hand? I don't like hearing this panic in his voice. I too follow up, and after some awkward positioning, we manage to get Redline lifted up onto my back. Drayden leads the way, marching straight out of the immersion chamber. It's a long, silent walk from the beach to the medbay. Silent save for Redline's constant, incessant giggling. I'm almost scared. I know hyenas laughed a lot, but this doesn't feel natural. He sounds nervous, scared. Weird to think that just a few weeks ago I was in a similar position, getting carried away by Redline after the whole bench press incident. Maybe this is how he felt. Maybe he didn't carry me away out of pity. Maybe he was just scared for me. But soon enough, we make it to an empty room, and I manage to deposit the giggling Yeen into a bed. Keep him here. I need to go grab something to stop the bleeding. The doctor leaves, and I'm left alone with Redline. He's still going, laughing like a car engine turning over and over and over and over again. A paw reaches out to me. I let it fall flat and it reaches out again. For the first time since the punch, Redline looks at me. He's crying. I've seen him cry from laughter before, but this isn't the same. Zan! I'm not sure what comes over me. His desperate attempts to pull me closer, to grab me, to have me near him. I step closer, Redline yanks me into him, his arms locking behind me. I do the same. His laughter falters for a second, only getting louder as his muzzle rests on my shoulder. He swallows, and he laughs. He's like, y'all, water time. The laughter chokes, and he cries. Redline clutches me, his full weight pressing against my body as he folds forward, and he sobs. I'm so sorry. I fucked it up again. Again? Every few sobs, he slips back into laughter, only to cling to me tighter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep doing this. I tense my arms a bit, completing the hug. This only manages to make him sob harder. It's okay. You'll be okay. My hands rub up and down his backside gently. For a moment, his sobs are heavy, weary, exhausted. A few seconds pass, though, and he starts to come down. The cries reduce to sniffles and the occasional drunk hiccup. After a moment, Drayden comes back with a roll of gauze to me. I pull away, leaving Redline's drunken arms to fall flat. He almost falls forward, too, but Drayden catches him and holds him in place. Sorry. Drayden bundles up a bit of gauze and holds it over the bleeding nose. It's okay, Red. Sorry. It's all right. You're okay. I need you to stay awake for me, okay? Yes, sir. Sir, sorry. Shh, you're all right. His voice is so warm and soft, like a father comforting a child. Xander, could you please wait in my office? It's down the hall, last door on the right. I don't need to question him. I make my way out and head into the empty room. It looks identical to any of the other examining rooms I've been in. I'm starting to wonder if he just claimed this one as his office. After a few moments pass, Drayden strolls in and shuts the door behind him. Sorry about that, Xander. Are you feeling all right? I'm fine, just a bit shaken up. How's Redline? He drops down in a seat. Nosebleed, but nothing broken, thankfully. He'll be all right. Right. I take a beat. I'm not sure how to address this. And the crying? Right, you saw that. It's, Just then the door creaks open and a familiar kangaroo peeks his head in. He darts to Drayden, then notices and smiles at me. Ah, you've got company. I can come back later. No, it's fine. How are things? Bucky steps in and closes the door quietly behind him. He sets a large medicine ball, roughly the size and shape of a spherical watermelon, on the examining table. And where did you get that? One of the great mysteries of our world, Drayden, dear. We got Ryan sorted for the most part. Security got called to take him back up to his room. Bruce is clearing out the party. Wanted to check in on Red, but the lights were off, so... Drayden sighs and leans back in his chair. Bucky just stands there awkwardly, both of them silent for a moment. Is this something that happens often? The punching? No, not with Redline, at least. The drinking? Yeah. Redline drinks? Yeah, you probably don't see it too much, since alcohol isn't allowed outside of parties. I never really know how to approach him about it either, since you Tier 1 fighters aren't normally even allowed at the parties. Is he an alcoholic? Drayden and Bucky both avert their eyes. It's hard to say. If he had unrestricted access to alcohol, it's a possibility. At the very least, he cuts loose a bit too hard. At this point, it's a pattern, and it's not a pattern I like seeing, hearing about. I don't really go to parties either, so... It's been a few weeks since he called me Buck. Well, aside from the party, but he's pretty wasted, so I don't count that. I've seen him alone more often than not these days. Normally, he's got his group of friends buzzing around, but lately, not so much. But I know when there's a party, he goes wild. A big guy like Bruce can handle 4 or 5 drinks in one night, no problem. But Red's about a third of his weight, and he's downing 6 or 7. I feel like he's overcompensating. He's way more lively at those parties than he has been in the last month. Pair that drinking with his anxiety and depression, and you, clears his throat and looks to Bucky. But that's still something we need to talk to him about, so... Anxiety. Drayden looks like he said something he shouldn't have. Whatever happens, we all know Ryan was out of line. Security's taking care of him, and he'll be out of the facility for good tomorrow. What Redline said, was that true? About Ryan getting fired? Bucky sighs and looks away. Yeah, he was spot on with that. After what he did to you in my class, we had that little chat where he went on to threaten me and a few other folks. We put up with a lot of bullshit down here, but a threatening staff is a major no-go. Managed to get in touch with the commissioner, well, Ted, and they went ahead and cut Ryan off completely. I don't get it. He wasn't this bad when he started. After a dozen years, I don't know. I guess it'll do shit to you. It could be a case of CTE, or a chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Bucky nods, but I think Drayden can see my blank expression. Drayden leaning forward dejectedly as he continues. I'm sure you boys know a thing or two about it. It's a degenerative brain disorder caused by trauma to the skull. Taking too many hits to the head, your brain tissue starts folding more and more. Over the years, they just stop working right. Jesus. I knew head injuries were a serious thing, but hearing it described like that, it's scary. Ryan's been to the medbay more often than most fighters, and he's been down here longer than most too. That sounds like the perfect combination for CTE. Is there any way to know for sure? The doctor sighs. No, there's no way of knowing for sure until people can examine his brain, and that requires an autopsy. But the mood swings, the violent tendencies, I don't know. It seems like the textbook definition. Too many coaches down here don't give a shit about this kind of thing. Full contact sparring, this stupid focus on being manly and toughing out injuries. Bucky clenches his fists. They encourage this shit. It makes me fucking sick. So, what can he do? Nothing. I mean, best we can do is make him aware of it and, I don't know, offer some support system? Bucky scoffs. Doubt Fang is gonna give him the time of day once they can't milk his concussions for money anymore. Just another body to throw in the fire to keep the lights on. And pay for the commissioner's fucking vacation homes. The three of us are silent for a long time, save for the buzzing of the fluorescent lights above us. I don't know what to say. I don't know if I even want to say anything. Redline's in the next room over, sleeping the alcohol off. Hope he's sleeping well. Another week passes, another fight night. This one feels like it's arrived much sooner than the last. Even though it's only my third fight, I feel weird not doing the weigh-in or any sort of promotion to lead up to the fight. Before I joined Fang, they took a bunch of pictures and videos of me to use for marketing, and their PR people handle everything. It lets us focus on nothing but the fight. At least I don't have to deal with any sort of press, or, God forbid, Bruce. How you feeling? Nervous. Alright, aside from that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there, y'all. Oh man, we got some dark shit in this episode. Yep. This episode, this whole series is very much a critique of just toxic masculinity in general, you know, male fighting culture, the strive to be the warrior. You know, we're man, we don't cry. We're men, we don't cry. You know, emotions, that's for women and the gays. Yeah, that's all fucking bullshit. Like, I don't care who you are, straight, bi, gay, poly, whatever the fuck you're into. Guys gotta cry. Guys gotta cry. Just bottling everything up doesn't do you any good. You need an outlet. Any kind of outlet you can get. Life is short. Life is full of pain. Life can be fucking miserable. Life can be full of disappointment. But you know what? It gets a little easier to handle if sometimes you can just sit down and have a good cry. Anyway, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!